Hi everyone, good to see you again. So today I wanted to talk about repeating or reoccurring situations in your life and how to change those around and how to get out of them. What I mean by that is most people have some type of situation in their life that keeps happening over and over again, even if in different circumstances or in different places or with different people. Like a type of relationship that they get in that they do not enjoy the dynamics of, yet it keeps happening again with different people, even when they end that relationship with that one person they don't like. They end up again in a relationship with a different person who's showing the same type of behaviors. Or it happens, some type of crisis in their life is happening again and again, or some type of situation with job, with groups, with the dynamics within a group. It's very common for that type of thing to happen to people because people tend to leave a situation or a relationship without changing their energy, and then when they go to a new situation or relationship, because their energy is interacting with that, and because what they put out energetically, the universe reflects that to you, you will get the same thing over and over again if you keep trying to change your external circumstance without first changing your internal energy. And if you are finding similar situations that you are in that you don't like, the best thing to start asking yourself is, what is it that I am bringing to these situations that is the catalyst for this happening over and over? And at first it may not seem that you're bringing any certain type of behavior, but if you look deeper, you will find something. And usually, if you look at what you believe about other people, situations, or yourself, you're going to find the answers there, and they are the keys that will give you the power to change your own beliefs and bring new beliefs to a different situation and get a different result. So I will give you an example from myself. When I used to have jobs, I would take a job and I would always find myself in a situation where I felt the people around me did not particularly value my unique perspective that I was bringing to the situation, or they didn't even see that it had any value, and that my perspective was not taken seriously or given much credit. And to be honest, I didn't even really try to express what I thought in most situations, because I came with the preconceived notion that most people are not going to value my perspective because it is so unique anyway. So I would find myself again and again in situations, usually in jobs, where that was happening. And I would leave one job and go somewhere else, thinking that if these people might be a different type of job or a different set of people, that initially I had higher hopes that I would fit in more and that my perspective would fit in more. And always the same thing would start happening. So it wasn't until I stopped and I looked at the situation and I said, okay, what is it that I believe about this situation? Is that I believe something about the people, something about the job situation, something about me, and it ended up being all three. First thing was that I believed that my perspective would not be taken seriously by other people. And when I look deeper at that, what that really came from is I did not take my perspective seriously. I did not understand the value of my own perspective when in a group with other people. And if you go into a situation with that in your mind, other people will pick that up. And it's almost as if they have no choice but to reflect that back to you. If you're putting out to the world, what I have to say shouldn't be taken that seriously by you guys, then that's what you're going to get back from other people. I also had the belief that other people were so different from me that they would not be able to connect to the types of thoughts and opinions that I had. And I had the belief that in certain situations, in work situations, that things had to be very straight and narrow, and that different types of perspectives would not have fit in. So I made those situations quite unpleasant for myself, because from the very get-go, I did not think that I had a real place there. And because I came in with that attitude, that's what happened in all situations. There is a Buddhist quote which I really love, which is, the universe will not give you any more gifts until you have first opened the ones that you already have. And that relates to this situation, which is the universe is always trying to teach you lessons about who you are and about the energy that you're putting out there. And it's doing that by reflecting back to you the thoughts and beliefs that you hold. So if you find yourself in a situation where the same thing's happening again and again, that's like you have a gift sitting ready and waiting for you to open it, but you're not opening it, you're ignoring it. You have a lesson or you have an insight that is there for you, but you are not looking at it and gaining the information and knowledge and power from it. And that's why the same situation keeps happening. So if you're in that situation, unless it's very unpleasant, don't move out immediately. I know that there's that impulse to just leave and hope that it will be different elsewhere. It probably won't be different elsewhere if you're taking your thoughts and beliefs with you. If you can sit down and look at, okay, what did I bring into this situation? What did I believe about people when I came in here that relates to how they're treating me? What did I believe about myself when I came here that relates to how I'm being treated? If you can look at that and find something that relates to the conditions, and if you can look at those beliefs and question them and ask yourself, if I could change my beliefs, could things be different for me? If you can get to that stage, then you can go one stage further and ask, okay, could I look for maybe situations in which this is not always true? And really, by a process of keep questioning yourself and keep asking, does this really always have to be true? Could it maybe not be true in some situations? Then slowly you will start to turn your belief around. And especially if you start looking in the world for situations where what you believe that you don't want to believe isn't actually happening, if you can find little situations where it isn't actually happening, then you can start to build and grow a new belief. and start to grow that new energy within you, where you are open and ready and able to accept a different type of behavior from other people, or a different type of action or reaction from the world. And that's how it's done. I know that talking about it seems very easy and clear. Sitting down and thinking about it requires some introspection, but also some willingness to be responsible for your own thoughts and your own beliefs. And if you can admit to what it was that you were thinking that was creating this, then it really can change very quickly. That's all that I have for now. Thank you so much for being here, and I will post another video next week.